It's pretty close to one. So we had very surprising, and for me, some of the most amazing gaming news in a long time. We had LucasArts' classic adventure series Monkey Island is making a comeback, and it's being helmed by series creators Ron Gilbert and David, I believe. I say David Grossman. I don't know if that's exactly
That
how
sounds
you
right.
say it. And so the reason I say it's kind of LucasArts is because it is in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, the new rebranded gaming division of Lucasfilm. And the game will be developed by Gilbert's terrible Toybox studio. So they did Thimbleweed Park, and published by Devolver Digital. So this game's actually been in development for about 2 years. And I say in secret because I haven't heard any rumors or anything about this game at all until this announcement. I think it's one of the craziest, like, not craziest, but it's like normally this stuff that gets rumored and leaked, and this just kind of came out of nowhere. So it's coming this year, but there's no consoles or platforms, I should say, confirmed. Now PC is obvious, but who knows where else it's going to be. But one of the things that I love about this is kind of there's Gilbert, who's naturally a funny guy. Just obviously he is a writer of these classic games, and he also worked on like Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle, and all this stuff. It's basically him, Grossman, and Tim Schafer are kind of like some of the key people behind those early LucasArts games. But basically, in 2013, he tweeted out, "If I ever get to make another Monkey Island, I'm going to announce it on April 1st, Fool's Day." Then a blog post on April Fool's this year on his Grumpy Gamer blog. "For 18 years, the Grumpy Gamer blog has been April Fool's free because it's a stupid tradition. So to mix things up a little, I'm going to take this opportunity to announce I've decided to make another Monkey Island." And then 3 days later, there was the actual announcement. He was. So I think that's great.
That's really cool.
That's long form joke there. Like long period. It's great.
I agree with his opinion on April Fools as well. Just wanted to mention that.
As do I.
So I mentioned that he's worked on a lot of stuff, but he also worked on like The Cave, which is a really good game. He worked actually with Double Fine on that one, I believe. The Death Spank series, which is absolutely hilarious. I love that series. And even the Putt Putt series. And he's worked on so many of those games. If you guys that don't know, Putt Putt's like a edutainment kind of like point and click. Yeah, it's massive. And he basically was behind all those games.
I didn't know that, yeah.
But he only worked on the first two Monkey Island games. So when we're talking about Monkey Island, we've got the first game was Secret of Monkey Island. Then we got Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. Then Curse of Monkey Island, which is actually the first one I played. Escape from Monkey Island. Then the episodic Tales of Monkey Island. And then we had the two special editions around 12 years ago. So it's been 12 years even since those special editions came out, which is crazy. So long time since we've had another Monkey Island in some form or another. So,
but can I say that Monkey Island is one of the few series where there are people who are associated as the creator of it, like multiple people, when it's not correct, right? But Tim Schafer, a lot of the times people almost credit him as a creator of the series. Or like he's the Monkey Island guy, which is like totally wrong.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, Tim Schafer, yeah, definitely. But Tim Schafer's very, like, they've all had their hands in different, amounts in these games and everything. But I think for him, Grim Fandango was the big kind of Tim Schafer game. I think that kind of really put him on the map. But
Wicked game.
But basically, so what is this? So it's obviously a sequel in some form. There's been a lot of people saying that, okay, it potentially would take the place of what Monkey Island 3 would have been if Gilbert had stayed on to work on it. And some people are like, okay, Gilbert's talked around for years about if he could make a Monkey Island 3A, then he'd do this and this and this and this. But the teaser trailer they had actually had Murray the Talking Skull. And
Murray.
Murray was added in Curse of Monkey Island. So that was the game that Gilbert wasn't involved with. And he's outright said since on Twitter that no, look, he's not completely like saying those other games don't exist with this because Murray, for example, is included. So yeah, and so to me, this is just honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what the gameplay looks like. I do like the art style and everything they showed in the teaser. But this might actually end up being my take the spot as my top anticipated game that hasn't come out yet this year over like Starfield.
I can see why.
I'm so pumped for
Love the
this.
previous games.
I was thinking about this like all day when they announced it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so ready for a new Monkey Island.
Nerd.
I didn't play all the episodes of Tales of Monkey Island. Gilbert was actually, I believe, I don't know if he was a consultant or he was involved in some form in those games.
Okay.
And I know a good friend of ours actually enjoyed those games. But other really cool stuff is Dominic Armato, I believe. I don't know how to say that exactly, but the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, he's back, so that's awesome.
Cool.
And as I mentioned, Murray the Skull's also back as well. But also a trio of composers that worked on the original games are back. So we've got Michael Land, Peter McConnell, and Clint Bajakian. Bajakian? I can't. You guys help me out. Can you guys say that?
No.
No. You just leave me out to die on a hill. Thank you.
Bajakian.
Thank you.
Yeah, it'd be
I guess,
Bajakian.
yeah.
'Cause
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
Maybe.
what is it? It's where Kim Kardashian's from. What's that? The Armenian, right? That's an Armenian last name, isn't it?
Thank you, Mike.
Seems
I
like it, yeah.
appreciate it.
Hey, I helped
I don't
out
know
with
if it's
the
right.
I
Armenian.
was,
by the
I was
way, but yeah.
drowning out there, and you threw me a life. Yeah, so I'm super pumped for this. Obviously,
Gotta look out for my wife.
By the way, he is from that area, so
Yeah, but no, we totally different names.
that's all the same.
Yeah.
cool.
But just a quick thing about Monkey Island. I mean, I love the games as well, so I'm really looking forward to this one. I still remember how many little elements I still use in conversation sometimes when I talk about El Polo Diablo.
Yeah.
Or when someone pisses me off and I think to myself, I want to tar and feather them alive. Like, things like that just came as influences from this game, which is really cool.
I wish like all that stuff was super mainstream public knowledge because I'd always use how appropriate you fight like a cow. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
I'd use
stuff
that in
like
daily
yeah.
conversation if people like if
Yeah.
you said that to anyone, you'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know. So, but it's even funny. Like Valhalla had their like it's almost like not rap battle, but it's basically like had like insult battles, and it was pretty much exactly lifted from the Monkey Island games. So I'm looking forward to what they do with this. So.
It is interesting because there's kind of conflicting reports about whether it's a continuation or a sequel to the second game, which he wrote, and then take elements from the other games that have gone on. I mean, we'll see soon. So
I think the key is the fact that he said, like a lot of people are looking at previous things he said in the past, but the fact that he outright tweeted said, no, like it's not like the other games are still canon.
yes,
So
yes.
it's just it might take place around that time, and I can't remember exactly.
That's what I wonder.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I know Guybrush was like in a boat, a prisoner's boat or something that started number 3 of the Curse of Monkey Island, but I'd be interested to know, okay, do they tell a story that falls in the middle of that? So
No, that's pretty cool. The only thing about it is from an announcement point of view, I wouldn't have had much more of an impact if it's in the next Nintendo Direct. Not that they can force that, right? But I just think if it was had more of a spotlight, it would have been bigger news, don't you think?
yeah, sometimes you got to take your business hat off though and just enjoy it.
I don't know. And also, is it Thimbleweed or Timbleweed? What did you call it?
I think it's Thimbleweed.
Yeah, I thought it was
I-
Thimbleweed.
Yeah, I thought I said Thimbleweed. That's what I meant to say.
okay.
Have you guys played that? Because I
Yeah.
started
Little bit,
it
little
on.
bit of it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
but the
awesome.
thing is, it's one of those games. It's a classic like Day of the Tentacle style. So it's if you're into that,
Yeah, totally.
it's pretty fun. I just
have it on
I haven't
Switch, so-
I haven't completed it. So.
Okay.
Okay, cool. No, yeah. I look. How many other games are there going to be released this year that haven't been announced yet? Right? Like, I seriously wouldn't be shocked if like a Mario game came out this year, just because I think so many people are nervous about, hey, the game is coming out in 6 months' time, and then missing that date. Delaying.
Well-
Not everyone wants to do that. So
We got to have the announcement of Deck 13's Egyptians and alien shit. Souls like so.
fair enough.
Imagine
Alright.
if that happens. That would be the craziest.
That'd be
shit
awesome.
ever.
That would be funny. That would be very funny.